In this lecture, we will talk about the article methodology of this specific content brief. We'll directly start with the definition of drinking water. Here we give the two perspectives. One is the predicate definition as an predicate drinking hot water, and another one is the type of water, that is hot water. It's similar to like boiled water or state of being hot or something similar. Here we give the main health benefit, main risk, and which body part are mostly affected from it, who should and should not. This is the antonym context, synonym antonym. Mention the researches and the universities. This is comment for the expert authors. Explain how it affect the body functions. Here this is important thing. Explain how it changes mood, brain function, and the physical performance. If you remember brain function and the physical performance, here we give basically the annotation text of this specific content brief, the benefits of drinking water. Because in this benefits of drinking water, you remember in our title and in the instruction list in or incremental order heading list, we talk about that. Give one misunderstanding. This is basically annotation of our supplementary content or some dots that we are covered in our further article. Ideal temperature of water, you know about, we talk at this specific point. Best time and tell whether time affects the ideal temperature or not. So after that, we go for list definition and the listing. We just give the list earlier. It's the same list as this list. The purpose to giving this specific list earlier is because for the featured snippet, because sometimes processing the headings for the featured snippet it's hard. So we first give the answer in the listing and then we expand it further. And I also suggest you create the summative or the summarize version of your next expanding context. For example, in this H2 would summarize this specific section and write on it. And this is the summary of all article, and this is the summary of, if you look at here, we order this specific list according to the prominence and the popularity and the connections to the other types of situations as well. For example, here we have the digestion, and the digestion is the most important context and it appears a lot of time in the queries. Plus, it's also related to the constipation that appears in this specific article. So we don't create the brief just for this article, but we remember all our previous articles and we connect them too. Now, in this area, first explain the each benefit and then what is the role of hot water in these specific benefits, how it helps, what is the process, like the process of appearing this specific benefit, and the importance of benefit should be given. For example, the digestion section is very important. And then for A5 column, talk about the acid reflux, and in the A7 column, talk about the blood pressure, and this specific blood pressure context is again appear in this specific article and one more article also. Then mention for every section whether there is a myth or not. Drinking hot water can assist to relieve discomfort because of X and Y, but for the situation P is more than C degree, it doesn't affect it. Thus, believing that hot water, etc. So the purpose is that since the hot water changes from person to person, there are queries about that, and that's why we are trying to reflect the specific misunderstanding for every benefit also. You know that there is a something that, like, if the 200 Celsius degree of water and if you eat, unfortunately you will be dead. So the thing here is that if it is too hot, it's not beneficial anymore. So in this area, we cover the misunderstanding in all of these benefits, and then we explicitly ask what are the some misunderstanding about hot water. It is connected with this specific area because we take the understanding from the benefits section, and after that we ask for health risk of drinking hot water, and we give this in the format of paragraph and talk about burning, damage, these type of specific phrases for this certain type of context should be explained. And then we go for another thing that appear in the context of misunderstanding and also the possibility and the really risky condition. Since this is really risky condition, we expand or open the question for this with the h3 in a boolean question because we want to cover it as short but also a little bit in a certain way. Here we talk about the specific beliefs or you can say the misunderstanding, then we prove with its studies, and also we give the proofs or researches to prove that this is correct or it's a misunderstanding. So these all things are connected to each other. This is slightly related to this specific question, but it's also a risky condition. So we expand from here. We slowly transition to the other section and then we ask what is the ideal temperature to drink water, the best water temperature to drink, the reasons, and the benefits also should be given. Here we tell that this is the ideal temperature and above this specific temperature, the water is hot. Then we give why directly it is hot while expanding it. So in the next lecture, we will finish this specific part and after that, we see more briefs. See you in the next lecture.